are just some days I wish I had never left the UN Sentinel military service. I sometimes think that things would have been a lot easier than coordinating expert drivers and transportation companies on these dark dystopian highways. Anyhow, this is irrelevant. Welcome to Dystopia Racing Grav. We are on the abandoned Autobahn between the cities of Piston and Cog in the last bastion territory of humanity, Steam. For starters, each person who wants to venture out onto the open road will need to choose one of 6 basic pilot characters. They will then need to select one of 6 high-tech anti-grav vehicles that use a mixture of alien and human technology. You will need weapons, equipment, expert timing, careful skill, and a calculating mind. Because each of your threats on the open abandoned highway are one of 6 other pilots who are trying to kill you, cut you off, or simply run you off the road. Because of this, I feel that you will need a quick little simulation into what is the brutal wasteland of this highway system. As you can see before you in this simple simulation in the form of a board game, we have 5 simple 7x7 inch tiles. Each of these tiles represents just 70 meters of the open road that your pilot can actively see at any given time while traveling at ultra-high speeds. The first tile here represents the start position of any given encounter on the open road and has a green hash across the road. In circumstances in which you have 5 or less pilots competing against one another, or as we like to call them, players, all vehicle pawns must be placed on either the green line as shown by these 2 pawns or behind it. In simulations where you have more than 5 pilots competing, then you will simply place the pawns anywhere on the first tile. Now, it's important to understand the object of this life-threatening race is to win by any means necessary. As a pilot, you have 3 goals by which you will be able to win at this game of high-speed chance. 1. To outrun your opponent and be the first to cross the finish line 20 tiles away. 2. Eliminate all other pilots from the road and be the last vehicle standing for one whole round, alone, unscathed, and unhindered. 3. Survive long enough through all 10 rounds of play in which the finish line will suddenly appear and be the first to cross it. You as the pilot, based on your abilities and the vehicle you choose, must determine which is your main objective and how you will accomplish it. To perform an action, the pilot will need to combine stats from their character card, their vehicle card, and the roll of 1d6. The red stat is your attack ability, the blue stat defense, the yellow stat action points, and the green stat health. On your vehicle card, you will see an orange, white, and a gray stat. These clearly and directly, respectively, correlate with the pilot's evasive maneuvers, special maneuvers, and dirty tricks. Your pilot type determines what you can use, while your vehicle determines how many total weapons and equipment you can use in your race. As you can see, we have 2 vehicles ready for play, complete with pilot cards, equipment cards, and pawns and tokens. To start the race, one player will be designated the round leader and go first. That player will be given a round leader token that gives him a +1 to all actions. In exchange, so long as they stay ahead of all other pilots, they will be required to advance the round token on the turn tracker, marking the beginning of each new round. On each subsequent turn, whichever pawn is in the lead, that player is the round leader. If there is a tie, then the pilot's yellow action stat is used, along with a single d6.